I did have a joke about Erza Scarlet from the anime Fairy Tail and Scarlet from Mortal Kombat 11, but I sort of forgot about it.
Ain't that a bitch?
Alright folks, today I'm going to be showing you how I made Erza Scarlet's sword from the anime Fairy Tail. And let me just say, there's quite a tale to tell. So like with all swords I make, I work from the top down, so the first thing to make was the blade. Now swords are usually pretty long in proportion to their width and thickness, so to give it some much needed rigidity, I needed to insert a metal rod. And, well, I didn't really need to go to great lengths to get this right. So the first thing I did was I cut 2 pieces of 10mm foam in the shape of the blade, and then I cut out some sockets with an X-Acto knife for the rod to be
Getting real cozy.
Next thing I added were the edge bevels, and those I shaved off with a box knife. And don't be getting edgy with me because that sounded dirty. And so to smooth the rough cut edge down, I took a Dremel and sanded down the whole thing. Now the tips of swords, if they're made of foam, are usually fragile, so here's a tip for you. Encase it in Worbla. And that should work like a charm. After the blade was complete, the next piece to make was the guard. The middle piece was a stack of 4 layers of 10mm foam that were cut to shape using my bandsaw, and then given curved edges with the Dremel later. Now for the actual quillons of the guard, they kind of look like wings. Now I could have just painted a single piece of foam to make it look like the way it does in the anime, but that was not gonna fly with me. Lack of detail bugs me. So instead, every single layer of those wings is a single piece of 2mm foam, and each wing has a total of 7 layers. So with the guard complete, the next part of the hilt was the handle. Now I hope you can handle it. Damn it, David, you've made that joke so many times. What are you, oatmeal? The handle is 2 layers thick, and there is also a socket in the middle for that steel rod. By the way, I love this music. It's so metal. Now for handles to be comfortable and practical to hold, they need to be ergonomic.
Only at Mick and Ralph's.
So I took the Dremel and sanded off the corners and made the whole thing curvy with a kind of an oval cross section. You can't cut corners here, it needs to be smooth. And to get those horizontal lines, I scored the lines with an X-Acto knife and then expanded the cuts that that knife made with a heat gun. And that's definitely the hottest way to do it. It's just so satisfying, you know? And now the last thing to build was the pommel. It's 3 layers thick and was cut to shape with the bandsaw. And to make it unscrewable, I added a threaded nut right smack in the middle. You might think I'm nuts, but that joke never gets old. After finishing the construction and giving the whole thing 2 coats of PlastiDip, I painted the blade with 2 coats of metallic silver. But as for the rest of the sword, I didn't actually really know what the colors were.
Well, I skipped that part of the orientation.
So I loaded a picture of the sword in Adobe Photoshop, and hey, turns out it's various shades of blue-gray. So some parts of the hilt were mixed with black, gray, and blue, some were just gray and blue, some were white and gray and blue, and all applications of this paint were of 2 coats. All of the edge highlights were added using sky blue paint. If you want your prop to look nice, reach for the sky and give it those edge highlights. And to finish it off and make it so that the paint didn't scrape off as easy, I gave the whole thing 2 coats of matte Mod Podge. And that completes my replica of Erza Scarlet's sword from Fairy Tail. I think I could have done better, but I'm happy with it. Sort of. Damn it, David! This was a pretty simple build, and I actually made it because this was the topic of my first story for amino apps, and I also needed to meet a deadline. I was only given a couple days to put a story together. This is available on my Etsy shop if you would like me to make one of these for you. And now a quick shout out to It's Cam Time for her mercy gun. I'm so glad that my video has been helpful to you, and what you have looks awesome. Super proud of you, and please send me pictures of it when you finish it, because I know you will soon. As for the rest of you, take the same message. Please send me pictures of stuff that you've made if it's been inspired by my content, because I want to showcase your guys' work on my channel and give my viewers tangible results that they can one day achieve themselves. But with that, it's time we ended. A special thanks to all 7 of my patrons, including Christine for her ridiculous generosity in becoming a Kugelblitz patron, which is $100 a month. Seriously, I don't know what to say. She is an amazing artist. By her art? Yeah, I do that. If you don't, I will teleport right into your home, grab you by the collar, and drown you in your own toilet. Now that that's out of the way, I need to stop making fun of Scalagrim. Sorry, man. A subscriber count higher than 792 is always nice, but of course that is up to you to decide. I am Mr. Quantum Leap, and I will see you in the next build.